I can feel many presents, many dragons that are welcoming me, and I feel like there is no landscape. It could as well be in the space, but it's like they tell me if it's easier for me, they can set a landscape, so I can imagine a landscape. But we could also stay in space, or in this like vast space where there is nothing but energy.
What do you prefer?
Oh, just no, we could stay in space so I can focus on their presence only.
Okay, very good.
There are three of them.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel like they are in front of me. I can feel them smiling and welcoming me as myself, as a dragon. They know they know I'm like a messenger, and it's like I traveled all the way to them and taking back my dragon shape, and then eventually I will have to go back on Earth and give the messages. I don't know if it's clear.
It's very, very clear, and it's very, very beautiful. So, in a sense, you have reunited with them now.
Yeah. Yes, I feel there are three of them, but there is one that I can really feel like stronger than the others on my right, in front of me on my right.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to describe for us how do these beings look like?
Well, they are huge. Like they could be as huge as a planet, but they can have also a shape. This one would be quite dark, green, brown. I think I know this one. I think he's one of my guides.
You feel some familiarity with him?
Yeah. Well, actually, yesterday night when I was asking them to connect with me for for today's session, I felt his presence, and that he said I will be there.
Looks like he kept his promise.
Yeah. The other two, I'm not sure. I can't really feel them as clear as the first one.
Okay, so going back to the most prominent one, the one who is closer to you, what more could you tell me about this being? Does this being have more feminine or masculine energy, first of all?
It's rather masculine. Yes, masculine.
Okay.
He's more like a big dragon. That could look like. Have you seen the movie Dragon Heart?
No.
It's a movie from 1997, something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, the dragon looks like that, like quite a massive dragon, earthy dragon with horns.
What is he doing now as you are connecting with him?
I feel like they're all waiting patiently.
What are they waiting for?
The questions.
Okay, so they are very well aware that we want to connect with them today and ask something.
Yeah. Yes. They said that they knew about it. Yes.
Wow.
It was meant to be.
So I want to personally thank them for their presence. I'm honored that they are here for us today. First of all, Would he like to give us a name? Maybe we could refer to him with a name.
Yes, just asking him to confirm because I know his name, but I want to confirm. So, okay. Yes, it's Smur. Yes, Smur. Yes, SMUR.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I would like to ask him why is he that came today? What is his connection with you?
First thing that came to my mind is that he said, I'm the messenger for today, and asking him who is to me. He says he's like my teacher, or kind of a tutor, kind of a parent, something like that. He's watching over me. It's like a supervisor. Because I was asking him why he's coming, and he said something like he also has things to say.
Okay,
That's it.
great. So I would like to give him this opportunity. How would that be for you if I ask him questions and you allow him to speak through you?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So, Smur, welcome in our space today. Once again, I'm honored for our connection and for your presence here.
Says it's my pleasure.
Okay, so I would like to allow you to give your message to us. I would like to allow you to speak and share with us what it is that you wish to share.
Mm-hmm. First, when you ask to connect with him, or the first image that came to my mind is that it's like my head as a dragon is, against his own head, and that makes a connection head to head. So this is how we can connect, and how he's going to telepathically give me the information.
Wonderful. Thank you for this clarification.
Do you have a specific question? Because I have like so many things crossing my mind. And
I do have many questions. I just wanted to give you first perhaps the space to share if there's anything you wanted to share before I proceed with questions.
okay. Yes, we want to share that we are here and we are everywhere. We are part of the universe, part of the other energies that you might know better than us. We also exist. We are here to help us and to help you humans. Your planet is ascensioning, and we can help with that. We can help planet itself, and we can help you if you can open to us. Just let know that we do exist. Open a window to us, to this reality. We have sent many humans, we have sent many dragons to become humans on Earth, like Virginie and so many others, as part of volunteers. It's all processing. It's all on now. It's happening. We are pure love, and we don't have anything to do with the visions that some of you might have about us. Ask yourself why. why dragons are being evilized. I don't know if that's okay. Why people have make us evil. Think about that. When things are extreme, it's not correct because everything in the universe is in balance, is as neutral as possible. So when there is something very bad, it's that something is being exaggerated. I don't know if that's clear.
Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that? What do you mean?
Yes, I think so. I think he means that about the way we see dragons in so many countries on Earth. We see dragons are evil, are bad creatures coming from Satan and stuff like that. And this is an image that it's too much exaggerated. So when something is too much, it's not natural. It's like something is made up. It's just being exaggerated. So I think he says he's inviting people to ask themselves, to wonder why is it so exaggerated?
As if it's a human propaganda?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
May I ask you some questions?
Mm-hmm.
So, why are you helping humanity at this time?
We have been so close for so long here on this planet, but some other planets as well. And we are intimately linked to humans. They're like our children. You know, we have been creating planets and we have been working with putting things into matter, into incarnate things. So we also worked with the earth and putting humans on earth, protecting them. And humans have been corrupted by themselves, by their own vices, and for that reason we had to leave at one point because it was a matter of self-protection. But we are very sad about that, and for so many of us this is a bad memory.
So you coexisted with us, with humans on Earth? You physically were on this planet?
In a way, yes. Not your way, but in a way we were physically on Earth, but not in your way, not in your vibration or dimension.
Okay, I understand. When was that? Was it the times of Lemuria or Atlantis or?
Lemuria, yes. Atlantis as well, and it started to fall down from this moment. But some of us are still on Earth, but in an etheric way, in a very, very etheric way, for protection.
So at that time you were interacting with humans.
Yeah. Most of us knew about us, and you know, when you believe something, you see it.
Yeah.
So that's why people could see us, because they knew we existed. It was so obvious for them that we did exist, that they could see us and feel us. but not always in the same dimension as humans were.
Yeah, yeah. You said that you are linked with, excuse me, you said that you are linked with humans. Is that in a genetic way?
No, in a love way.
Would you like to tell us more about that? What do you mean?
Humans have been teaching us a lot of things, and we have been teaching them a lot of things as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a team, and we were working together, not only on planet Earth, but some other planets as well. This is like a scheme that existed on many realities, and we chose to work with humans because we could feel the strength and the love. We knew that their hearts could be so strong, and our love for them wanted to be that way. Unfortunately, some shadow came through and came from the human. Love turned to hate and to fear, and we knew it was a risk, but our love was so strong that we were ready to take the risk.
Which risk you mean?
Massacre. The humans um, turned back to us. They decided we were worth killing to get our power, to get our strength. They were taken by superstition, by fear, by power, thirst for power. And they started to think that by killing dragons they could have all of this. Killing or controlling, dominating. All of these foolish intentions.
Oh wow, so that's where all our folklore myths and stories and even in religion come from.
Sure, yes, nothing is invented. Everything is real at some level, somewhere.
So that was the point where you decided to physically remove yourselves from
Yes.
the planet.
Yes, we had to abandon human. It was not really an abandon because it was for our protection and we could no longer stay on Earth. But I felt like I was abandoning humans and Earth. I felt like I was abandoning my kids, my children, and that they did not understand anything anymore. So it was heartbreaking.
But I guess it was a collective decision of your group, so you had to live with
Yes,
your group.
for those who still could, because so many of them, so many of dragons died at this moment, were killed, massacred. This is what happened to Virginie, as she was a dragon at that moment in one of her lives. I, as Smur, left, but some of the dragons, like Virginie, died in horrible ways. Humans thought foolishly that our treasure was just money inside our belly. This is really stupid. Our treasure is our love for humans. But they did not see that because they were just angry and in thirst of power. So humans went deep down. That's their path. It's okay. we had to live, to grieve, to protect ourselves. Some of them are still grieving, still angry, but a lot of us are willing to come back in another way, in different manners, because times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
We want to come back because it's time now for this planet to change. He says something like, you can't seriously continue like this. Can you?
No, many of us know that. I think we are hanging from a very thin string on this planet. Everything. And unfortunately, not everyone, but more and more people are beginning to see this, start to wake up.
Yeah. It's like there is a cloud over humans. At first I wanted to say over the earth, but then no, it's mainly a cloud over humans that pushes humans down to the floor and makes it harder to wake up and to want to wake up.
What is this cloud? I guess it's symbolic. What does it represent?
So many things. Beliefs, fear, resistance, and some other entities that take advantage of this. But what I understand now, they only take advantage. They can't really do anything more. So if one day humans start to stop being scared, if humans start to wake up, the cloud will just vanish, and those other entities won't have any more power over them. So the power of humans is really strong. It's actually the same as us, as all the other beings, but humans don't even know about that. And we dragons want to tell them that they are as strong as us. Only the strength is not in our body, in their body. Strength is in trusting the universe, in trusting love.
Yeah, we give them permission to manipulate us.
Exactly. But most people don't even know about that.
Yeah.
Until now. Now, it's like everything is a big mess. But that mess is a good one. Because people are going to ask themselves questions. Think what they really want. What they don't want anymore. What kind of life in the world they do want. And for those who are still resisting, times are going to get harder, because the lesson must be learned by the greatest number. So, if I could say a message to all those who are going to listen to this, open your heart. Open your heart means only remember when you were a kid and you wanted to believe all the joyful stuff that you heard on TV, on cartoons or tales, and know that all of this is true at some point, at some level, as long as it makes you joyful. Keep it inside you.
And these stories, these so-called fairy tales, they had very simple but very, very powerful messages.
Yeah, sure. And why is there so many tales about dragons all over the world? Because we were here so long. We are so close to humans. We love humans so much. They are our friends, our children, but in some way they can be our masters as well. Everyone can be anyone's master. Humans have that power too. They have that potential. So many clouds are on them, inside them. To help that, one can imagine that a dragon will blow on it. Blow on the clouds inside us, inside humans. It's funny because I have like my brain and his message at the same time. So he says like, imagine that a dragon, any dragon, no one cares what dragon it is, any dragon that will blow on the clouds inside yourself, outside. You can even imagine that a dragon would do that all over the planet. It won't hurt. And the more people will do that, the more it will help. It's not only in the head, it's not only imaginary. It really works. First in the energetic levels and then going down to the physical level. Don't give up hope. Don't listen to them, to those people who say that we are doomed, that our planet is completely polluted, that we are going to live to Mars, etc. No. Everything can change at any moment. Those beliefs are just part of the clouds. Do you want those clouds? Do you want to believe that the planet is polluted and the only solution would be to go on another planet? If you want to believe this, okay. Well, but if this story doesn't make you joyful, then know that this must not happen. Well, this should not happen. This is a potentiality. It's possible that this does not happen. Yes, that's a good words.
We ultimately write the story, right?
Yes, exactly.
We want a happy end.
Yes, sure. The happy end is not necessarily going on Mars. Okay, he says, I know Virginie is concerned about that idea because she's watched a series on Netflix called Away. So a team is going to Mars to eventually settle on Mars, and Virginie finds it quite stupid because we have a beautiful planet on Earth and we just want to go away on a desertic planet.
Yeah. Sorry. I would like if you could share a little bit with us about your world, and a little bit of history for people who have never heard about your race.
We dragons are part of the source. We came from the originated light, as well as every being, every conscious, every part of source. We are part of it. Some of us are closer to this original light. Some of us are closer to density like yours. We are everywhere. Every dimensions, every time, everywhere. In space, on planets, in between, in other universe. We are there. We are a part of your memory that has been completely forgotten. And remembering now who we are and our presence is remembering little by little who you are, humans. Part of yourself. We are part of yourself. You are part of ourselves. You say we are fantasy creatures. I like this word. Fantasy. Fantasy means something you'd like to be true, right? And we are true. So I'm happy to announce to you that we are no longer fantasy creatures. He's got humor.
I was hoping he would say that.
Fantasy creatures, just a protection that humans, use. It's like a cloud on the head. Now you can erase that cloud. Fantasy creatures are true creatures. They're just on other dimensions. And you can try to ask for signs, ask to feel them, hear them, and just trust yourself, as we are doing right now. It's just a game. Remember when you were a child, and you were playing, inventing worlds, inventing friends, having conversation with imaginary friends. Were they imaginary? At that time you did not think that, so they were really true friends. Just go back to that moment where you thought everything was possible, because that's reality. Everything is possible, and we dragons are real creatures, and you have given us a specific shape, wings, like dinosaur with wings. But we have many shapes actually, and we are mainly energy. So don't bother giving us shapes. We're just energy. Of course we like our body. We like the way you represent us. Not always, but some dragons you draw, some dragons you have in movies are really beautiful, aren't they? We are also that. We can be everything. So we're like... Sorry, yes?
So these representations of how we humans represent dragons, is it in any way accurate in some way?
Yes, it is accurate. But it's not only that. It's much more than that.
I see.
And
okay.
You humans have a specific body, a definite body. You can change it by surgery, you can change the color of your hair, but you have this kind of body. 2 legs, 2 arms, a head. And we dragons can change our body if we want to. So the way humans are representing us is okay. It is a part of reality. It is some reality somewhere.
Is it perhaps because that's how you you presented yourself while visiting our planet?
Yes, well, yes, we chose this body, this kind of body. Every dragons you can see on Earth, I mean, every representation of dragons, so Asian dragons, they're all valid, yes. And then we will choose whichever we prefer, whichever will resonate with us. For example, myself, Virginie sees me as a very massive dragon, very earthy, like with very thick skin, almost like a rock dragon. Because I want her to see me as a rock. I am her rock. And so, I'm strongly anchored, strongly rooted in the ground to be with her. as a support. And also it does vibrate quite well with me. I like this representation.
My question then is, you, from what I understand, you have the ability to shapeshift or materialize and dematerialize.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
But basically we do vibrate well with the way you see us. We like this representation. It's okay with us, and it's part of who we are.
Yeah. I just wanted to say something about what you were talking about earlier, about the fantasy creatures, how you commented on that, which I really, really loved hearing. And I just wanted to say the title I have given to the series is Fantastic Creatures, because I use the word fantastic in a sense of saying that it's amazing, very beautiful,
Yeah.
or gorgeous, or in that way. And I was very glad to hear you saying that you don't exist in a fantasy, but you are actually real. And
Yes, and we are fantastic. Yes. We could be.
I think so too. Yeah. So, do you have a home planet? Do you have a place where you reside physically? Where is your base, so to say? That you have physical world, like planet, like.
Yes. Well, many planets. Actually, we are like humans. You know, you can find human beings on so many planets. And it's the same for dragons. You can find us on various planets. And you can also find us just in space, just hanging is the word that's coming. Hanging in space. Or in the light, or just as light beings. We have a wide range of beings. I don't know if that's correct, but that's the sentence that's coming to my mind. Meaning that, yes, you can find dragons in so many dimensions, even light beings or ascended masters. So those beings don't really have any planets, you see.
Yeah, I understand that. And now that you mentioned Ascended Masters, I was curious to ask you if you have friendship, quote unquote, or good connection with any of our known ET races.
Well, actually, we know everyone. I mean, at some level, but you humans on Earth are one of the rare beings that feel not linked to this species, this thing, stuff like that. So everyone is always linked to everyone. And then you just choose to strengthen the link or not. So we could, yes, be linked to ET, what you call ET species. Some of us are working with it's not really the word he wants to say, but we understand better that word. Because working is not like their job, it's just like their purpose. Some of them some of us dragons are working with humans or ET species, or even what you call angels. Yeah, we could be linked to anyone, anywhere.
I would like to ask you if you have any genetic link with the Draco and the reptilians. Is this race, which is, again, I know many sub-races in the reptilian category, are they in some way an offshoot of your DNA? Are you in any way related to them genetically?
Yes, in a way. Talking about genetic is quite complicated, because Virginie understands genetic when you have a physical body, but not when you have an energetic body. But yes, we are kind of related to them. It's like they are distant cousins. Yeah. But yeah, very distant cousins, and they have different agendas, different purpose. Those who choose to incarnate into a Draco body, for example, have chosen this kind of life, quite fond of war and stuff like that. Yes, it's not the same.
So would you say that it is true that you are genetically related to them? That you as a race are older? We can say.
Genetically, yes. Well, yes, we are related, but
But they chose a different path.
yes, distant cousin is the best image, the best idea that I can give to explain that in the same time we are related, yeah, genetically or energetically, I don't know. Virginie can't really process the information.
That's fine.
But yeah, we do have some very far link, but we don't really function the same way.
I see. Can I ask one more question on this subject, and you, if it's appropriate, you may respond.
Yeah.
I am aware that this race, the reptilian race, the Draco, have influenced our race a lot. I mean, humanity, the last thousands of years, and they have manipulated humanity in a big way. I would like to hear your perspective on that, and your view and your relation to your opinion and your perspective, your relation to that, what has occurred, and what is your relationship as a race with them?
We find it quite sad that they don't have anything better to do than that, than just to eat, nourish themselves of other people's fear, other people's thirst for power. But everything is fair, everything is correct. So it's everyone's path to understand that. We see that from a higher perspective. We are in our hearts.
Because again, like we said earlier, humans in some level allowed this to happen.
Yes, some humans are calling for this because it serves what they want or what they think they want. But those humans are not meant to stay. And more people are opening their hearts. So we are quite optimistic. And we know that everything is okay.
You talked a lot about the heart.
Heart is everything. Staying in your heart pushes away fear, pushes away too many questions in your head, pushes away then anxiety, for example, pushes away everything you don't really need in the present time, and pushes away all the conflicts one can have inside. For example, when humans talk about being disconnected or the illusion of being disconnected, yes, this is all just an illusion, because at every moment you are always connected. You can't be separated. You are just one whole being. The physical body and the other bodies and your higher self and all the parts that you were, that you are, that you are going to be, all here at the same time, never disconnected. But fear, daily life, everything in your world can be a challenge and can be a thing that gives the impression to be disconnected. When you just trust that everything is okay, that everything is here right now, then you no longer have questions. and you just can be there. If every human could do this all the time, but all the time it's quite difficult first, but if every human could do this more and more, then you'll see your world change so much faster. But nothing is helping you in your world. TV, social media, etc. Always teasing your mind, your questions, your ego. Everyone wants to say, I'm better, I know that, this is my opinion. If everyone just stayed inside themselves and said, okay, it's like this, I'm staying here, it would be better. So this is why, and this is where we could help, by connecting to us, thinking about us at that moment, and asking for our help, asking for our breath. Again, one can imagine that we are blowing on every questions, that we are blowing on everything that is no longer useful, just to remain in the center of ourselves. That's being in the heart.
Awesome. So how can people connect with you? Where can people find you?
People can find us, well, in their hearts, in their joy. For example, when someone is watching a movie with a dragon and that person is thinking, wow, this dragon is wonderful, or has goosebumps watching this dragon, this is a sign we are here. We are close to this person. This is a sign that this person is connected to us. And the person only has to think about us. We are here all the time, just thinking. Your stronger power are your thoughts. Think of something and it becomes real.
So you're available to anyone who would like to connect with you?
Yes, with everyone. Some people have a stronger connection because of their essence, but everyone can be connected to dragons as long as they want to, as long as it's genuine, authentic. Everyone can ask for help, and if it's meant to be, we can help. Yes, there are some people that are strongly connected to us, a bit stronger than other people.
Yes, of course.
Like, for example, Virginie and so many other people. Those people we were talking about earlier that are dragons and chose to come on planet Earth as human. For example, all those humans that we call dragon riders, those are really strongly connected to us as well. They are our friends.
I love that we said dragon riders. It was always one of my dreams.
Well, ask yourself why then.
I just love this event. It brings me so much joy and so much freedom.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, magnificent.
So if thinking about this gives you joy, gives you happiness, gives you like, wow, fantastic. Well, keep that sensation, keep that emotion, and it means something. And it's strong, and it's a sign. This is a good vibration, and this is the kind of emotion that we would like everyone to feel.
I love it. I love it so much. Is there anything you would like to say as a closing message?
Yes, I can feel the love is so strong, and he's got a message about love. So he wants to say that dragons are love beings above all, And he wants us, well, he wishes that we forget about all the evil, all the fear that is around dragons, all the tales that say that dragons are killers, are devil. This is not true. This is completely the opposite. And we are pure love, and we love you so much, humans. You don't even know. Just remember. More and more of you remember now, and we are so happy. And we can't wait for you to remember even more, even stronger, the link that we have together. It's like a couple that has broken up and now wants to get back together.
Like a reunion.
Yes, it's time for reunion. Yes, it's, again, as you said before, it's a part of our memory, but I see like a brain, and it's taking like almost half of the brain, like a memory that's taking half of the brain and that we have forgotten. So he says that we have forgotten so many things of our history as humans on Earth, and that now, little by little, we are getting to remember. And they're also helping to do that. And I see him opening his wings, and like with the intention of taking people under his wings to protect them. They are protectors. All of them. All of the dragons are protectors.
This is such a beautiful image. Truly beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Smur. Thank you for your messages, for your wisdom, for your presence, for your assistance, and for your love.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It has been an honor to connect with you.
He says, like, I feel like he says he's happy to do this. Like, okay, let's do this again.